What's up, guys? Hope everybody's been doing well. Today we have a couple of cornbread knives from Hunting for Hookers. You sent us in a couple of tops knives. We got the mountain lion and the black rhino. Courtney found some mushrooms. So no, they look like shit.
I think this is chicken underwood. It's like huge.
They're like shit mushrooms.
Wow.
What we think we got is some chicken of the woods.
Yeah.
Definitely not fresh though.
No. What?
She's gonna eat it anyway.
I'm smelling it.
So the knife that I'll kind of be, we'll both be testing both of them out, but the knife that I'm going to be like focused on is the black rhino. What'd you say that guy's name was? Designed by
Jason Breeden.
Jason Breeden. All right. And
Orange underneath.
it's kind of a close-up of it. It comes with a Kydex sheath, the mountain lion that she'll be messing with. You still got it over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there's the daisy.
It was designed by 10 veterans, and they, put their heads together to come up with a good knife for actual field work and stuff. I thought it was a Leo Esperanza design. That's not the case. Puppy.
Baby.
Okay. It comes with a nylon sheath, and after messing with this sheath and a couple of other sheaths like the SOG, or not the SOG, what was the 6-hour Hogue knife that we got? I really like nylon to the point where I think that my future builds will have Cordura. Throw it in the washing machine or the dishwasher, get it clean, replace it every 5 years for $15 or $20. But the Kydex, nothing wrong with the Kydex. Just this is a little bit more flexible. I like carrying stuff like this. Has a little bit more flex. It has that. It's not gonna mold like leather. It's durable. Let's check the knives out. Okay, so the the Kydex sheath for the black rhino, it sets fine. There's no problem with it. But the thing is with Kydex is you're kind of limited, for the most part, on that connector, on your clip that you're gonna use. So the draw ends up being extremely high. I don't like that. So, personally, I don't like that. So like, when I say I prefer nylon or leather, it's because the draw is much lower. Much more natural, but of course your knife is more secure the higher it is. The black rhino is a close quarters combat knife, so I don't expect it to be a chopper camp knife. It doesn't really have the handle for any of that. Of course there's gonna be some people that debate that, but that's the handle. It's just, it's very
Straight back.
very straight. Yeah, very straight back. We're gonna do a little bit of chopping. I'm gonna see if I can get through this vine. I'm not expecting greatness here, just want to see what it'll do. It's got a 1/4 inch blade stock, or very close to it. Did you say it was $10.95?
Yes.
That's odd. Most of the time when Tops does a 1/4 inch blade stock, it's typically $10.75, but I believe it.
Yeah, it's $10.95 with a hardness of 56 to 58.
Not my chopper. I'm kind of picky. I noticed when we were doing the Operator 7, somebody commented, said, I find it to be a great chopper and excels. And I was like, well, that's fine. Like, might be the best chopper you ever picked up. And it may be perfect for your hand. I'm not here to persuade you. This is just
Our opinions.
my personal opinions about the matter. Since I got the knife in the hand, it doesn't have like the forward weight that I would want in a chopper. I'm not gonna continue to chop this vine. Not with this knife. You want to try it with the mountain lion?
Sure. All right, so the Tops mountain lion, it was designed to be a combat knife in close quarter combat, but they also wanted it to be functional as a camp knife when they needed to use it for camp purposes out in combat.
Awesome.
So we'll see how this one chops. I can tell right now, it's chopping through, but one thing I'm noticing, this really blocky
Yeah.
handle gets very uncomfortable.
Let me try it.
Okay.
start off with a fresh piece of vine, and we'll go from there. Maybe it's the angle. Just kind of want to see. I want to see the difference between chopping with this knife and the black Rhino. Yeah.
It does chop through a lot better, it looked like.
You see the grip? That's not how I started out, you know, and that was the Tops Operator 7 issue with me too. It's not that it's not a great knife, it's just not a great knife for chopping for me. It has no problem taking the chunks out of the vine. If you had to have it and you had to use it and it's the only knife you had, you can make it work.
Yeah, and I think where I was feeling the uncomfort was I was holding a tighter grip, so it wasn't sliding with me, but holding that tight of a grip to chop, it was like painful in my hand.
Yeah. Much better choppers out there. If you had to have it for chopping, you could get it done. I'm with you. You know, just not the handle for chopping. I would say scale out of 1 to 10 for chopping. I'd rather have a Walmart machete for doing that kind of stuff. It's just how it is. $20 machete will get you through this vine a lot quicker. I don't throw knives as a practical need. I'm not much of a knife thrower anyway. I can get one in a log if I'm lucky. But to me, it's more of a game. You know, it's just fun to do. You know, sometimes I'll just entertain myself by throwing knives. It's not a real camp need. I think, I don't really know if there's a real need for throwing knives unless you're really good at it and it's like a martial arts type of tactic. But for me, just kind of like to see how knives throw. Yep. Like I said, I'm not a knife thrower though. That was just coming back to me. The Tops boomerang. According to Billy.
Go ahead. This is mountain lion made it.
Yeah, well, the Rhino may have two sideways. Yeah, yeah, it would have been better because, you know, I'm looking at the angle here, and it's just kind of set up for failure, or it's set up for it to be a boomerang. But we'll try it straightforward. Yeah, it's coming out of hand a lot better to me.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not throwing far. I'm just throwing. Just playing around. That's all I'm doing when I'm throwing knives. Playing around. Here we have Miss Courtney just gonna strip some bark. There's some pull cuts. I believe this is birch. The bark comes off easy. I'm not an expert. I'm just taking a stab at it.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way.
Using that recurve.
Mm-hmm. Works nicely.
I love the way that bark comes off these trees, but like it's not, we'll pick up a harder piece of wood and check that out too later, but found this one was about half dead. Now she got the Rhino, the black Rhino.
Now I will give it this. Even though this is soft, like it seems to, it don't have the recurve, but it seems to hold a truer dig in.
Okay. Maybe it's a better stripper.
Yeah. Like it digs into it and goes.
Okay.
Look at that blue. Huh.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I won't focus in, but oh, you're fine.
But it does. It grabs it better.
Okay.
Than the mountain lion did.
Okay. Cool. Sometimes we find these sticks we mess with, they're just already down. Sometimes it'll be a sapling that's in some overgrowth, but most of the time we're lucky enough to find one that's already down. This is a different kind of wood, so we're going to strip the bark off of it as well.
All right, we have is that the Rhino or?
This is the mountain lion, and this is cedar, I want to say.
Yeah.
It smells like cedar. Definitely a redwood. You can get closer if you want to. I won't bite. And this is not easy to come off. Like,
No.
it's, you know, it's,
That may be a spine. Try to see how it does with debarking too.
wouldn't be an easy feat. Yeah, that's some tougher stuff. I like that. Might be a good pectin stick.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely cedar.
Tennessee cedar.
I want to change knives. You said the Rhino was better?
It seemed to grip better to me.
Okay.
In the wood.
Fair enough. Fresh bark.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it grabs it better.
It does. Neither one of these knives are ours. We don't have any stock in either one of them. Don't get royalties. Not paid by Tops. Just here to give some opinions. And they're not expert opinions.
I do feel the Rhino's better for the wood, like debarking and.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Ready?
Yep. Use that. She got the Rhino. The baton through this softer wood. All right. Now, where's your line at?
It's right here.
Okay. Go this
the
way.
way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get out of these briars.
Ready?
Yep.
That goes through nicely too. They both seem to do fairly the same with kataning through this.
Okay.
Like I don't see one as more of a winner than the other.
Awesome. You heard it from Miss Courtney. So we got a stump on the ground, and the Rhino's main highlight is how strong it is from side to side play. This is a dead stump, so we don't expect a lot of. In fact, I might not expect nothing. How about this one right here? It's a little bit better. There's one that's like been eaten by woodpeckers. We'll find a stump that has a little bit of promise to it, and we'll
woodpecker, as you said that.
yeah, and we'll check the side to side on both of these knives. Okay, going down the trail a little longer, or a little further, we see something that's not quite natural, but it's destroyed. Sometimes you find these like 2x4s and shit like that out here.
It looks like it was too far of a
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Awesome. We'll
make it try it now.
yeah, we will. That's kind of what I was getting at. All right. Yeah, it's 4x4.
Yeah.
Or no, that's like a
6x6 or something.
maybe.
There we go.
You see that thing right there, the tang, like the attitude adjuster? It's like it's
Digging
beating the
into
shit
that
out of this
wood.
I do like to be able to hammer the chip into stuff if need be. That's I'm glad we did this, because it might not be the greatest knife in the world for. But it was in there.
Yeah.
It was in there.
It dug it out. It like spooned it out.
It spooned it out, but it didn't. Yeah. That's what I was wanting to see. But anyway,
Breaking the wood, not the tip.
yeah, and that's an industrial treated piece of wood, so like it's probably a little, I mean, obviously it's old, but not as rotten as most of the stuff on the ground out here.
Right.
You want to try the other one?
Sure.
You want to do it again? Now the mountain lion. Going against the grain. It's a tough piece of wood.
Mm-hmm. Did pull it up though.
Yep. There we go.
go.
Tip didn't break.
No.
It's a tough piece of wood.
Yeah. Yep, these are real tough.
Courtney and her mushrooms. Love it out here.
Puppy ball of some sort. Comes from a tree.
Okay.
Seed pod.
All right, Courtney. What do we think about the knives? In conclusion.
I think
1 second. All right.
I think for some of the camping stuff, I do like the Rhino better.
Okay.
Overall, feel of the knife and use of it, I do like the mountain lion except for the chopping.
Okay.
But,
All right. I mean, I actually agree. You know, I don't have any like. Just a second. I don't agree with this hat. I like the hat. It's a hornbeak hat. But yeah, I wouldn't choose either one of them out of the knives that we've had to choose to take with me on a camping trip for an all-purpose knife. But neither one of them are bad. I think tops. It's the way I view tops overall, and this is just my opinion. It's not it's definitely, you know, it's definitely not accurate or gospel, but it's all we really ever needed was an Essie Rat, you know, 4, 5, 6, what, you know, pick your number, right? After that, where can you go? It's you know, it's going to be something, you know, in lieu of aesthetics, and I think Tops excels in making knives that look good, and the Black Rhino is no exception. Neither is the Mountain Lion or the Tops Operator 7 or, you know, whatever.
and they may be very functional as fighting knives, but your average person
Yeah.
needing a fighting knife also.
Yeah, most of us don't. We just need a knife that makes us feel like we're a Navy SEAL for a second, you know, and then get out here in the wild and remember that we're not. But it's both of them are a pleasure to use. I think both of them have excellent micarta. You know, the handles feel, you know, very comfortable. Just not my style for camping and stuff like that. Now, you know, I don't knife fight, so not really my style for knife fighting either. That dog is in the woods. He's in the water.
I can't believe you got in it. Hey, you guys have to hardly like getting out of the...
Hey, boy. We see you. Get your red-headed ass back over here.